Hi everyone! How was your day? Hope that you all doing great. Let's take your favorite drink and dive into our new hottest episode today.
As the ground war between Russia and Ukraine continues, Elon Musk companies Tesla and SpaceX are working closely together to help provide support to the Ukraine. The second batch of Starlink terminals arrived in the Ukraine on March 9th, and this time, based on the box size, they appear to be the updated rectangular terminal rather than the original round terminal. In addition to the user terminals themselves, SpaceX also sent over power solutions to help keep the terminals online during power outages. In a reply, Elon Musk said these included power adapters for car cigarette lighters, solar battery packs, and generators for places where electricity is not available. Moreover, Tesla has provided free supercharging in countries neighboring the Ukraine, and is providing at least 3 months' pay to Ukrainian employees who return to defend the country. So the big question is, why? How does Elon Musk and his company benefit from this war?
Welcome to our channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and hit the notification bell icon to get updated with space, SpaceX, Starlink, and everything about the techno king Elon Musk.
Let's find out in this episode of Tech Fans. First off, let's be clear. In the context of the fierce war between Russia and Ukraine that's causing hundreds of deaths and injuries every day, any of us feel mercy and want to end this situation as soon as possible. Elon Musk will certainly feel this as well. So the biggest reason for actions Musk and his companies have taken to help the people of Ukraine come from their own hearts. This is a very meaningful job, and Americans are really proud of them. Besides, they deserve many new opportunities to grow in the future. And the first chance is nothing more than a wonderful marketing image to expose the world to Elon Musk. Musk is known as an insane billionaire who does the unthinkable. He created the first rocket company to send astronauts to the ISS, created the world's most high-tech companies like Tesla, Neuralink, and the Boring Company. All of those that have changed how people live in the world. And now, in this war, the strong response to Musk's swift maneuvering made it seem as though SpaceX chief executive had flipped a switch, and now Ukrainians could simply navigate over to their Wi-Fi settings and select Starlink. Many observers of the exchange quickly lavished Musk with praise, some referring to him as a hero. All these things cast the SpaceX CEO as an almost godlike figure, great human savior. Musk has had big PR wins during this time as the fame of this superhero spreads all over the world. This is completely worthy of Musk's words and deeds. Now let's talk about the case of SpaceX with Starlink first. It can't be denied that this is an opportunity for SpaceX to demonstrate the capabilities of Starlink in all countries, even during the war. U.S. Space Command has been impressed by SpaceX's ability to provide internet access in war-torn parts of the Ukraine, the head of the command told lawmakers March 8th. What we're seeing with Elon Musk and the Starlink capabilities is really showing us what a mega constellation or a proliferated architecture can provide in terms of redundancy and capability, General James Dickinson, commander of U.S. Space Command, said during a hearing at the Senate Armed Services Committee. From here, a good reason for Starlink will be covered on all continents, just like Elon Musk's goal. Besides, according to Starlink's website, the satellite internet service was slated to hit Ukraine in 2023, so the Twitter exchange between Fedorov and Musk appears to have been an expedited rollout that was already planned. Until now, SpaceX didn't respond to questions about the number of active terminals in the Ukraine right now, or how many terminals the company plans to send to the country. But when Starlink is covered in the country, there'll be certainly more people buying more SpaceX Starlink devices in the future. In other words, this means SpaceX Starlink will officially be doing business in Ukraine from now. And for regular customers, a Starlink kit costs $499 US, and the service is $99 US per month. In addition, it's not just about Starlink for SpaceX. What I want to mention here is that SpaceX has a massive advantage from potential sanctions on the Russian space industry and Russia's miscalculations. This has accelerated the demise of Russian rocket programs so they can be replaced by more efficient alternatives. To be more understanding, let's take a step back and set the scene. What role does Russia play in the space industry? Yeah, it's actually quite a large role, and it's somewhat similar to energy. European space is very dependent on Russian rockets and Russian rocket technology. For example, OneWeb, which is a competitor of Starlink, all of their launches have occurred on Soyuz rockets. But with the current situation in space, they don't really have a viable alternative with the exception of SpaceX and the Falcon 9, and to a lesser extent maybe the Falcon Heavy. SpaceX is becoming the only good option for the U.S. and the West. As you probably remember, as soon as the conflict broke out, NASA awarded 3 new contracts to SpaceX to strengthen the U.S. ability to send astronauts to the ISS. It's even predicted that in the near future, many big contracts will be shifted from Boeing and ULA to SpaceX due to 2 things. 1, Boeing is way behind schedule on its crew capsule. And now 2, ULA is no longer able to obtain the Russian rocket engines they use for their rockets. Meanwhile, the next rocket, Vulcan, may not make its 2022 debut with further delay to the Blue Origin BE-4 rocket engine. And certainly we can't forget other benefits related to Raptor as we talked about in the previous episode. With amazing production speed, Raptor Engine 2 is powerful enough to be able to provide for every necessary mission in the world. Finally, we'll analyze the opportunities for another Elon Musk big company, Tesla. In retaliation for Vladimir Putin's bloody and unprovoked attack on Ukraine, on March 8th, America imposed a total ban on imports of Russian oil, and Britain said it would phase one in over several months. President Joe Biden spoke of targeting the main artery of Russia's economy. Mr. Putin parried with a decree threatening to cut off commodity exports, which, given Russia's outsized role in everything from wheat to nickel, could upend world markets. The price of Brent crude, the international benchmark, soared above $130 a barrel. As a result, gasoline is also more and more expensive, increasing the cost advantage of refueling with electricity. Consumers hope to switch to an all-electric or more fuel-efficient vehicle, and it's a great opportunity for Tesla. First, it proves the vision and direction of the company are very accurate and necessary for the future of mankind. Next, Tesla sales are skyrocketing. According to a recent article published by Automotive News, Tesla appears to have taken an early lead in 2022 U.S. luxury car sales. Based on Experian registration data, Tesla overtook BMW in the first quarter as the leader in the luxury segment. Besides, even though Tesla doesn't officially operate and sell cars in the Ukraine yet, it's believed there are more than 5,000 Tesla owners in the country who imported the vehicle themselves. To be fair, most automakers are seeing a huge drop in sales due to the chip shortage, other supply constraints, the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic, and now the Russian invasion of Ukraine. However, Tesla was outselling luxury rivals in many cases long before any of the aforementioned barriers. These difficulties helped Tesla assert itself with the market and with President Biden, who's only mentioned Tesla's name once. In the end, re-emphasized that all this is completely worthy of what Elon Musk has contributed to humanity.
That's all we have today. Thank you for watching and loving us. Don't forget to share your idea about today's episode. Bye!